Hello guys, Pat X here for some more Floodscape 2, so yeah, let's just get started. So looks like they probably got intensity reset recently, considering the fact that it's directly one and it just started, but yeah, we'll just wait. There's Ghosty, he's still absolutely useless. There's these. Wait, those actually make a that's really cool. That's kind of cool actually. Hmm. But yeah. I'm gonna ask a question today. What is the worst designed highlight that is currently like permanent in the game? Cause like, otherwise it 100% is Malaire's Valley. Like that map, I genuinely question why it was ever added. But yeah. All right. So yeah. I mean, there's a couple bad highlights. I mean, and most of them aren't terrible. They just boil down to they tried to be unique, but instead they turn out like very poor. I'm not going to talk about like the crazy pluses because like those I genuinely don't know. Also, why did only one person survive? Have they actually been like this? No way. No way am I going to have to carry a bunch of babies. but but still, you know. But yeah. What I was saying is that oh, watch this, watch this. Haha, air flip. But yeah. There's most of them just boil down to bad design. Like they try to be like gimmicky, but instead they just turn out like kind of mediocre, you know. Like for example, take the all loved what's a good one? Luminous Reservoir is a really good map, but it'll be an honorable mention right now for the sole reason that the map is broken. Like, that isn't bad map design, it's probably just a really bad glitch, but for some reason the end zone just doesn't work. I'm not sure whether it's just me or is it actually like something that's going on for everybody, but yeah, the map literally just does not work. On actually bad maps, there's really only two that come to mind. And y'all know which two they are. It's Frozen Settlement and Abyssal Tempest. That sounds. Ugh. That hits different. But, yeah. These two maps are actually bad. Oh. Yeah, the shortcuts neat. But, what I'm saying is. First up, we got the better of the two, Frozen Settlement. Yeah, I know, it's genuinely impressive the fact that there is a map that is worse than Abyssal. I mean, that is worse than Frozen Settlement. That actually takes skill to be worse than Frozen Settlement, because Frozen Settlement is a literal crime. Long story short, the map is your average, insane for most of the time. It's normal for a 4.8. It's got pretty tight pacing, rather tricky jumps, and yeah, that's it. No, that is not an issue. I'm fine with that. No, the issue and the reason behind why most people die to this map is not because the map's hard. No, I bet if one factor got removed, I could probably beat it in a couple attempts. I mean, not like immediately. It may take me like, I don't know, like 10, 15, 20 tries. Don't get me wrong, I am not good at the game, but I bet I could beat it with some help from like a decent multiplayer team. Cause yeah, I can't solo Insanes. But I bet with that and enough effort, I could definitely do it. But the reason why most people die in this map, well, besides the whole issue involving the buttons tend to kill players a lot, but that's not the big focus. No, 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 no. My big issue is with the ice physics. Because of course, it can't be a frozen map if it didn't have ice physics. You see, ice physics is not the greatest in Roblox. Like, I'm not a big fan of ice physics overall, but especially in platform, but like, in games like Mario and whatnot, you can deal with it relatively easy because of the fact that the game, like that little section about ice physics is built around it. Like Nintendo makes sure that the physics works, so you don't have, so the experience is good. But due to Roblox mainly being a game that's meant for all sorts of things, it means nothing is really like. You kind of have to just rely on the fact that the creators properly play tested and like made sure it worked well. Which is why most ice physics in Roblox tends to be very janky, to say the least. Especially in a game like Floodgate 2, where there's a whole new engine involved. Or at least a new, physics engine. So, ice physics and Floodgate 2 don't mix the greatest. Which is why there's not a whole lot of maps doing that. There's a lot of winter maps, but most of them do not use ice physics. Which makes sense. I mean, there's a couple that do. I mean, there's Arctic Circle. I really liked Arctic Circle. It used ice physics, but for one, it's a normal map. So to make up for it, it's not very difficult, and the ice is very wide, which means that if you slip up, like, it's easier for you to slip around and not be like punished immediately for it. Sure, it's all lava, but the ice is wide and the platforms are big, so it's not terrible. On the other hand, in the case of good old Frozen Settlement, it's an insane map, and the pacing is not very kind. That and the platforming is, especially in the ice section, is very tricky. Like, it is not a cakewalk. I mean, you got thin platforming, thin platform is the big kicker here. You also got, well, that and pretty tricky jumps that are easy to fail. And all of it, except for these wooden platforms, which, as I mentioned, are very thin, are all ice physics. And because it's an insane map, the pacing is really tight, so you can't just simply, stop in a line. You have to, just book it. And what this leads to is just people dying because Roblox just doesn't let them live. Which is beyond stupid. Having a map with a very, with ice physics that's very unreliable should not be a map harder than, like, I even think hard is pushing it. Because even hard is pushing it. But in insane, that is a whole other level problematic. So, yeah. So, how can you get worse than Frozen Settlement? By making a map that literally is actually problematic. You see, with Frozen Settlement, you can get used to the ice physics. Well, ish. It still can be really inconsistent at times, but if you practice it enough, you can kinda get used to the jank. It's still really annoying. I mean, it's still terrible. I'm not going to excuse it, but it can be handled with enough dedication. Abyssal Tempest, luckily, doesn't have any janky physics or whatnot. Instead, it has terrible lag, and I mean terrible. Enough to where the disconnect, like, safeguards to prevent, like, things from taking forever to, like, load, can literally just kill players on Abyssal Tempest if they just don't have a good phone, which is beyond stupid. Only made worse by the fact that Abyssal Tempest is the most unreliable map in the game. Like, you think Frozen Settlement's ice physics is bad? Wait till the entire end zone can just be changed if one person wants to. If you don't know, Abyssal Tempest is infamous for having 4 endings. Not gonna lie, the ending cutscenes are kinda cool. What isn't cool is the method you get these endings. As I've said, well, I haven't really said it yet, but I'm going to say it now. I like ending, like alternate endings inside Floodgate 2 maps. I love Mirage Saloons. I love the ones in Undersea Facility, Lost City of Gold, Wilder Waterways, and many more. And want to know why? Because only one person has to do it. Or, well, you can actually team up and do it together. Like, you can each spread out and collect the pieces you need for said ending. But that's the thing. It doesn't change how the entire map plays. If one person wants to do it, they can. And the only thing it changes in the end is just add a cool little cutscene or give the option for an alternate route. That is good. Okay? Abyssal Tempest has it to where if one person wants to do the ending, all they need to do is just collect the stuff that's needed, and that's it. And it's not like the endings don't do much. No, as I said, or well, I may have said, I'm not sure if I actually did. A little bit. But one thing to note is they change the end zone. And almost all the ends actually make it harder. So, or in other words, literally one person can just choose to make a map harder because they want to, and literally everybody has to do it. Do I need to explain why that's a problem? But yeah, I'm gonna just maybe, play some Norval Mill. Okay, yeah, fair. Well, there went all my gems. I mean coins, not gems. How bad is it? Oh, it's not terrible. Yeah, this run's screwed anyway, so I might as well just grind out the air. Wait, we could actually survive this? Let's go. Oh, I may not. Or no, I'm fine. Okay, I think we should. I'll do one more round. One more round. And then I'll call it. But, yeah. I know this wasn't as ridiculous as the last episode. I mean, all I really did was just rant. And, yeah, the lag's getting a little crazy. But, it's fine. Oh. Well, due to certain circumstances, I guess we are finishing today. Well, take care. Bye bye.